Hey Guardians, welcome back to another episode, and today I want to talk about the must-have weapons you're going to want for ARC 3.0. Let's get right into it. First weapon I like to show today is going to be the Aikilos SMG version 1.0.2. Unfortunately, this SMG is no longer obtainable, but if you're one of those lucky few Guardians out there that have this in your vault, I highly recommend dusting this thing off and get it ready to use. This particular SMG is a 750 round SMG, and my particular version has Subsistence and Demolitionist. With Subsistence, you defeat targets and it partially reloads your magazine from reserves. Demolitionist kills grant grenade energy. In a lot of my builds, I like to use my grenades a whole lot. So in a lot of these weapons I'm going to show you today is going to have the Demolitionist perk. Now, if there's other perks you'd like to see on these weapons or think a little better, please leave me something down in the comments section. I'd like to hear what you guys have ideas about. So next weapon I want to show you guys is going to be the Stochastic Variable. Now, this particular SMG is a 900 rounds per minute SMG. If it gets the same treatment as in Void 3.0 with Funnel Web and with Solar 3.0 as Callus Mini Tool, this is going to be your go-to SMG. I highly recommend using it. With my particular version of this SMG, I have Ambitious Assassin. Overflows the magazine based on the number of rapid kills you get, and multi-kill clip. Reloading grants increased damage based on the number of rapid kills you get beforehand. A pretty saucy combo wombo in my opinion. Very nice. I highly recommend if you Guardians have this in your vault, let's dust that baby off and let's get it ready to use for ARC 3.0. Switching gears here a little bit is the Salvenger's Salvo. Now this grenade launcher is very nice and add clearing capability. Which is nice about it is you can get this particular grenade launcher from the Monument of the Lost in the tower, and it comes with the same rolls on it regardless of which Guardians get it. So it's going to come with spike grenades, and you get a choice of either Ambitious Assassin, Demolitionist, Vorpal, or Chain Reaction. Now the nice thing about this grenade launcher, it's a lightweight frame, and when you shoot this grenade you're able to fire it and release it to detonate it. So you determine when you want to detonate this particular grenade. Another nice little perk with this grenade is when it explodes, it is a large arc explosion, which is extremely handy in add clearing capability. This is another one I keep on me that I probably am going to keep on me during the entirety of next season. Next I want to show you guys the Contingency Plan, which is a ARC Scout Rifle. Scout Rifles have been getting better and better as each season's come and passed. With Contingency Plan, this particular Scout Rifle, I have Outlaw, which the precision kills greatly decrease your reload time, and Frenzy. The longer you're in combat, your damage, handling, and reload speed are increased until you become out of combat. Now with this particular Scout Rifle, it is a 260 Scout Rifle, decent impact of 45. This Scout Rifle is going to come in handy for, I'm going to say, more of my Lost Sectors and my Grandmasters when they become available in next season. Another weapon I like to look into is, I'm a big auto rifle user. So my top pick for auto rifles are going to be, for next season, is going to be the Sweet Sorrow. The Sweet Sorrow is obtained through the Psyops Battlegrounds, and this weapon is craftable. My particular weapon I have Stats for All and Demolitionist. Stats for All is hitting 3 separate targets, increases your weapon handling, stability, reload, and range for a moderate duration. So you just hit 3 random targets and increases all your capabilities of your assault rifle. And of course, like I said, with Demolitionist, the more kills you get, the more grenade energy you get. So I'm going to be able to spam my grenades. But the shining perk on this particular weapon is the Origin Trait Land Tank. Final blows with this weapon grant increased resilience and additional damage resistance for combatants. So if in your particular builds, if you are low on resistance in your keys of intelligence, resistance, discipline, all that, Land Tank helps fill in the gaps if you have a low resistance. So I see this being a go-to for my auto rifles for use this season. If you do not have a Sweet Sorrow, I do have a alternative for you Guardians to use. That alternative being Sorrow's Verse. Now this particular auto rifle, I was lucky enough, and I'm pretty sure some of you other Guardians out there were lucky enough to get when Xur had this for sale a couple weeks back. This particular auto rifle comes with my favorite Subsistence and Demolitionist. Starting to see a theme here. I like Subsistence and Demolitionist on a lot of my weapons. This particular auto rifle is a 600 round per minute auto rifle. I would say this is the baby brother of the Sweet Sorrow. I like to use the Sweet Sorrow more due to its land tank origin perk, but Sorrow's Verse is a good alternative if you do not have Sweet Sorrow. Next, I like to come to the Arsenic Bite 4B. Now this particular combat bow is by far one of the best bows to use in game, in my opinion. With ARC 3.0 getting ready to come out, this thing is going to be a beast. What perks I like to use on mine, it's going to be Rampage. Kills with this weapon temporarily grant increased damage. And Explosive Arrowhead. Arrowheads that explode after a short delay. So with a little arc explosion with these explosive heads, you're going to be able to keep areas locked down with ad control. If you Guardians out there are lucky enough to have this particular bow, by all means, let's dust it off. Let's get it ready. This is going to be a standard to a lot of usage in ARC 3.0. Last but not least, I would say my number one pick for the ARC 3.0 weapons you're going to want is going to be the exotic SMG Risk Runner. This SMG is by far going to be my top exotic choice for ARC 3.0. This Risk Runner has edged out Thunderlord for me because of three things. First, Risk Runner is a primary ARC SMG. Two, with it being primary, I do not have to worry about picking up heavy ammo for this thing as I do with Thunderlord. And three, Risk Runner does everything Thunderlord does, but better. Risk Runner, especially when you get the Catalyst increases your range, and when you get its intrinsic perk activated, Arc Conductor is where you get arc kills. It jumps from enemy to enemy, the arc streams, and causes damage. This is amazing for ad control. So Guardians, these are my top choices for the weapons for ARC 3.0. If you have weapons that you think should have made the list, please leave them down in the comments. I'd like to see what you guys have ideas about. And let me know if you're excited for ARC 3.0 coming up and what you look forward to running. And as always, Guardians, stay safe out there.